In the headlines, Chibok residents appeal for relief amid ongoing water crisis following years of insurgency aftermath. Troops arrest suspected female terror logistics supplier in Zamfara state. NDLEA seizes 1,960 kilograms of Ghanaian loud at Lagos Beach, arrests 6 foreigners. On the foreign scene, good evening and welcome to the news update on Trust TV. I am Aisha Salihu. The news in detail. Residents of Chibok local government area in Borno State are pleading with authorities to address the persistent water scarcity in their community. Years of insurgency have devastated the area. The private need of basic infrastructure and development. Trust TV's Beatrice Gurusi has the story.
Chibok, a small community of approximately 120,000 people, became internationally known in 2014 following the abduction of 276 schoolgirls by Boko Haram insurgents, sparking the global Bring Back Our Girls campaign. Now, as the area slowly recovers from the scars of insurgency, a pressing issue threatens daily life: access to clean water. Residents endure long treks to fetch water, often relying on a handful of boreholes, most of which are either broken down or inadequate to meet their needs. Some turn to water vendors, but the supply is erratic and many struggle to afford it.
We sell water for 500 because the source is far away and make 5 to 6 trips a day. But even that's not enough. It's really difficult to get water and the demand keeps increasing.
In Angwan Yobe, the community depends on an old well that has served them for years, but residents fear the dry Harmattan season will deplete the water supply further. Some locals have also raised concerns over contamination. According to a resident, the water currently available is unsafe for drinking, exposing them to health risks.
We don't have enough borehole, so actually the water we are using is not comfortable. That's why sometimes we are getting malaria and some things. Before you go fetch water, you will take a time before you get water. Sometimes some our women, they will not cook because of this water. Because we don't have people that go bring and sell it. They are not enough.
We have a dam, as you can see behind me, and a couple of boreholes. But if few boreholes can be added to the ones we have on ground, I'm sure sustainability in terms of water supply will be very, very good for the people, so that the issues of disease such as cholera can be easily eradicated.
Really, we have problem of water here in Chibok, and we are praying that our governor will do something for Chibok people.
The people of Chibok are hopeful that authorities will prioritize water projects to alleviate their suffering, ensuring a healthier and more sustainable future for the recovering community. Beatrice Gurusi, Trust TV News, Chibok.
And now to security matters. Troops of the 1 Brigade Operation Fasanyama have arrested 25-year-old Shamsia Ahadu, a suspected logistics supplier for terrorist activities in Zamfara state. The suspect was arrested on Saturday, December 28, after authorities received intelligence about her movement. She was with her accomplice Ahmed Husseini at a checkpoint along the road from Kware to Badarawa in the Shinkafi local government area, which resulted in the arrest of the suspect. This was disclosed in a statement on Saturday by Lieutenant Colonel Abubakar Abdullahi, the coordinator, Joint Media Coordinating Center, Operation Fasan Yamma. He said the suspect was found in possession of 764 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition and 6 magazines meant to be delivered to terrorist kingpin Bello Turji's camp. Abdullahi said the military remains dedicated to dismantling all terrorist networks as well as prevent illegal movement of arms and ammunition within its theater of operation. He also called on the members of the public to keep providing credible information that would lead to the arrest of wanted terrorists and their collaborators. Now, Vice President Kashim Shettima has extended his condolences to the government and people of Sokoto State over the killing of about 10 civilians in airstrike targeted at the Lakurawa terrorist group at Gidan Samma and Rumtuwa communities in Salame local government area. The villagers lost their lives on December 25, 2024, when the military targeted a logistics base of the Lakurawa insurgent group in the Salame area of Sokoto State, leaving others injured. The Nigerian Air Force spokesman, Air Vice Marshal Olushola Akimboyewa, had insisted that the airstrike was carried out based on credible intelligence from multiple sources and confirmatory aerial surveillance. He, however, said reports of civilian casualties would be thoroughly investigated. Meanwhile, the Vice President, in a statement by Stanley Nwocha, his spokesman, extended his sympathy to families of those mistakenly hit by the military onslaught on the terrorist group, noting that it was one of those rare sad moments when innocent civilians were caught in crossfire in the ongoing efforts to rid the country of all forms of terror. Shettima, on behalf of the military, expressed regret over the incident, just as he solicited more support for the troops, noting that with useful information, the officers would maintain accuracy and precision in fishing out the terrorists from among innocent villagers they're staking their lives to protect. In Gombe State, a herder has shared his struggles with accessing livestock immunization programs despite government efforts to provide free vaccines. His story underscores the challenges rural farmers face in keeping their animals healthy. Trasivis Hassan Koli tells us more.
For over a decade, Yusuf Muhammad, a herder with years of experience in Gombe State, has dealt with the harsh reality of losing livestock to preventable diseases. Despite knowing the importance of immunization in boosting the health and productivity of his animals, he has faced significant barriers in accessing government-sponsored free vaccination programs. I rear my livestock within Gombe State. I know immunization makes them stronger and protects them from diseases, but I face challenges. The government provides free vaccines, but I rarely get access to them. My animals still die from sickness. Yusuf is not alone. While the government has rolled out initiatives aimed at vaccinating livestock, reaching remote areas and herders like him has proven difficult. Experts emphasize that routine livestock immunization is vital for disease prevention, improving productivity, and safeguarding livelihoods. To be honest, I have never seen veterinary doctor here, and I have never looked for one. But after witnessing the losses, I will do everything possible to immunize my livestock this year. I hope the government can make it easier for us to benefit from these programs. Yusuf's plea highlights a systematic gap between herders and essential veterinary services. Despite ongoing government efforts, Bridging this gap is crucial to ensuring livestock health and securing the livelihood of herders in rural communities like Yusuf's. From Gombe, Hassan Koli reporting for Trust TV.
Nigeria's COVID-19 Action Recovery and Economic Stimulus NG Cash Results Area 2 in Jigawa State has distributed motorcycles to 27 facilitators across the state. The distribution aims to support their field operations and ensure effective service delivery. Trust TV's correspondent Ali Rabiu Ali reports.
During the handover ceremony, the State Program Coordinator, Dr. Ali Inwaduce, charged the facilitators to utilize the motorcycles responsibly. He highlighted the importance of the intervention in strengthening the facilitators' mobility and urged them to adhere to the signed agreement which mandates proper use and maintenance of the motorcycles. Retired Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning and Member Beneficiary Targeting Selection Committee Aminu Adamu commended the facilitators for their effort to ensure success of Fadama Cares program in all the nooks and crannies of the state. He said the gesture is part of the program efforts to acknowledge and reward them for their unrelenting efforts.
It's truly remarkable to see the government take action against those who misuse its resources or incentives. Incentives like this one are designed to benefit everyone, and it's clear that anyone involved is being closely monitored. And who tries to obstruct this program will be dealt with accordingly.
The NGKS program is a federal government initiative aimed at mitigating the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic on vulnerable populations. The Fadama Cares program is a component of NGKS focusing on supporting smallholders, farmers, and rural communities. The motorcycle distribution is expected to enhance the facilitators' ability to reach rural areas, providing essential services and support to communities in need. This initiative aims to support the facilitators' mobility and ensure effective service delivery, particularly in rural areas. From Jigawa, Ali Rabiu Ali, Trust TV News.
Elsewhere in the south-south region of the country, the former governor of Rivers State, Peter Odili, has lauded Governor Siminalayi Fubara's courage in preventing the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, from making Rivers State his private estate. According to Odili, Fubara summoned an unusual fortitude to confront the craving by Wike to capture Rivers State through ferocious but unnecessary political war. He noted that sometimes crisis was a necessary enabler in government. Odili spoke at a Christmas night of songs organized by him in honor of Fubara and his family.
I've decided that our first family, thank you, our first family deserves to be appreciated in a special way, because the battle that the governor has gone through from the 25th of October 2023 through the course of 12 months, a battle that he was fighting not for himself, not for his family, but in the interest of our dear state. It was an existential fight for the soul of our state. To reaffirm and reassert that the state can never be anybody's personal property.
Now, operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have arrested a 48-year-old businessman, Orizu Ifeanyi Atho, while attempting to board an Air France flight 844 from the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja to Paris, France, for ingesting 74 wraps of heroin and cocaine. Orizu was arrested at the boarding gate of the Abuja airport on Sunday, 22nd December 2024, during the outward clearance of passengers on Air France. When he was pulled aside for body scan, he turned down the request, claiming his medical condition would not allow him. He was thereafter taken into custody for excretion observation, during which he excreted a total of 74 wraps of the Class A drugs over a period of 7 days. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up shortly. Cultural showpiece in Kaduna serves as a beacon of hope for peaceful coexistence. We'll bring you details of the story and more after the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back and thank you so much for joining us. Let's have another look at some of our top stories. We told you that Chibok residents appeal for relief amid ongoing water crisis following years of insurgency aftermath. Plus, troops arrest suspected female terror logistics supplier in Zamfara State. Moving on to other stories. The 6th Division Nigerian Army Port Harcourt said its troops have dismantled 20 illegal refining sites, deactivated 21 boats used for the criminality, and recovered over 90,000 liters of stolen products in the ongoing anti-bunkering operations in the Niger Delta region. A statement issued in Port Harcourt at the weekend by the division's Deputy Director of Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Danjuma Jonah, said 8 suspects were arrested in the operations carried out from 23rd to 29th December 2024. Lieutenant Colonel Danjuma Jonah in the statement said, following tip-off on illegal activities around Bugoma General Area in Asari Toru local government area, troops responded effectively, leading to the discovery of a massive tarpaulin storage reservoir and a wooden boat with over 37,000 liters of stolen condensates. Amidst the economic challenges facing Nigerians, the people of southern Kaduna embrace resilience and showcase their rich cultural values, not only to their fellow citizens, but to the world. The second edition of the Southern Kaduna Cultural Festival, a 3-day event aimed at strengthening the cultural identity of the area's diverse ethnic groups while fostering unity, progress and development through cultural expression. Trust TV's Bello Musa brings us more.
The festival brought together ethnic groups from across southern Kaduna to celebrate their vibrant heritage. The first day saw the arrival of cultural troops, setting the stage for a display of traditional artistry and camaraderie.
Human beings who are critically either down or...
On the second day, a 21-kilometer marathon captured the spirit of competition and served as a talent hunt for budding athletes. Dominic Patrick emerged as the winner of the male category, while Elizabeth Bauer and her daughter Grace Dalami clinched first and second positions, respectively, in the female category.
I really have the privilege to win once again. I really appreciate it, but we need more motivation in this Southern Kaduna athletes. We need to grow each other. We have the younger ones that are growing up.
I used to train with men, so I say they have the same mind that I have too.
A highlight of the festival is the 50-meter archery competition, which celebrated the area's hunting traditions. Hunters from across southern Kaduna demonstrated their exceptional skills, with Sunday Ishaq emerging as the winner. secret now. The competition helped sharpen our hunting skills in the bush. Local wrestling matches held at the Emir's Palace in Jama'ah added excitement to the festivities.
This was the best event. I thought that would have been something to attract the crowd. And this year the innovation is very loud and clear that we want the youth to continue to. This is a very big economic booster in countries like Senegal, Gambia, Niger, very close to us here in Niger, and then Burkina Faso. It's a big booster. It serves even more than football in those countries. Even though Senegal is a good football country, the next thing that comes second is wrestling, and then this traditional wrestling.
The food fair showcased ancient Southern Kaduna dishes, promoting unity in diversity through culinary heritage.
The children we have now, some of them don't even know the local cuisines that they have. And people will see that, okay, we have not forgotten where we are coming from. That is why if you go around, you see different, in fact there are some things that I've never seen, that I've seen today from other tribes. And it will also help us to appreciate the cuisines of other cultures.
The beauty pageants, another crowd puller, celebrated traditional attire, aiming to revive the fashion of the area's ethnic groups. The grand finale featured a spectacular fusion of cultural music and dance, crowned by the announcement of the new Southern Kaduna Queen.
I see myself pushing the culture of Kaduna to the next level. I see myself taking our culture to other people and other cultures. And I see myself telling people about our culture and the importance. Community Development Association.
Despite the tough economic climate, the festival recorded an impressive turnout of dignitaries, cultural troops, and enthusiastic spectators, cementing its status as a landmark event for the people of Southern Kaduna.
It's creating unity, truly. If things like this has been done, maybe all this crisis, maybe it couldn't have taken place.
Our culture is a rich culture, so by the time we continue with this, we'll have a very bright future.
Yes, we have registered with Ministry of Culture in Kaduna. We have also registered with the Federal Ministry of Culture in Abuja.
The Southern Kaduna Cultural Festival is a testament to the community's determination to preserve and celebrate their heritage, fostering a sense of pride and unity among the people. From Kafanchan in Southern Kaduna, Bello Musa reporting for Trust TV News.
And now to developments away from Nigeria. Chad began voting on Sunday in a general election that is presented by the government as a key step towards ending military rule, but has been boycotted by the opposition. Turnout was low in the capital in N'Djamena when polling stations opened for voters to choose a new parliament, provincial assemblies and local councils in one of the world's poorest countries. Election officials in the upmarket district, where the president's family and ruling dignitaries live, put voter apathy down to the cold weather. Opposition parties have urged Chad's 8 million voters to shun elections whose results they said had been decided in advance. The boycott leaves the field open for candidates aligned with President Mahamat Idris Deby Itno, who was brought into power by the military in 2021 and then legitimized in a presidential election in May that opposition candidates denounced as fraudulent. Chad's Election Management Agency said there had been record turnout, with more than 72% in the army and 54% among nomads. Voting is taking place against the backdrop of recurring attacks by the jihadist group Boko Haram in the Lake Chad region the ending of a military accord with former colonial master France, and accusations that Chad is interfering in the conflict ravaging neighboring Sudan. And that's about it on the news update at this moment. Remember, you can always follow us across all of our social media platforms and also join our YouTube live stream for more news, programs and documentary. I am Aisha Salihu. Thank you for watching.